You've just joined us, welcome again to Boreham Wood and to the home of Arsenal Women's Football Club. The league Arsenal Women's Football Club, the league leaders in the WSL, and carrying into tonight's game against Brighton at 1 point advantage over Chelsea. On paper, this isn't a decent matchup given Brighton's woeful current form without a point and a goal, 7 games, but you just never know. Mind you, if Vivian Miedemar is in the mood and in form, she could add to her 14 goals this season, a staggering strike rate of 322 goals for club and country in 371 matches. One of the deadliest strikers around, and a difficult opponent for Victoria Williams, leading Brighton out there. Their captain, the 31-year-old veteran defender who was once on the books at Arsenal as a youngster for a couple of years before she moved off to the Doncaster Bells. As the coach for Arsenal, Jonas Eidevall, and let's have a look at the teams and the one he's picked. 4 changes from the draw at Manchester City at the weekend. US superstar Tobin Heath, who came off the bench and scored at Manchester City, is preferred to Nikita Parris. She goes to the substitutes bench. There's a WSL debut for new signing, the Austrian international defender Lauren Wienreuther, who replaces Lotte Buber-Moy, another rotate to the bench. And with Katie McCabe suspended, Brazilian new signing Rafaela makes her full debut. And the newly crowned Swiss Footballer of the Year, Leah Velti, is preferred to Freda Marlin. Steph Catley, Maitland Ford, Mana Iwabuchi and Lydia Williams, they're on international duty. Of course, Williams wouldn't have played anywhere, I don't think. Well, Brighton, as I say, 17-1 outsiders here tonight, make 2 changes, try and find a goal for the first time in 8 games. New Swedish international Julia Zigliotti Olm replaces Kaylee Green, and Ellie Brazil is preferred up front to Aileen Whelan, who, like Green, goes to the bench. Dan Carter also plays against her old club. Now, Olm and Kuhlberg were absolutely superb in that Swedish run all the way to the late stage of the World Cup, and then in Kuhlberg's case to the silver medal in the Olympics in the summer. Olm wasn't in that squad. Ziotti is the name we are expected to call her here in WSL. Her mum's Italian, big Juventus fan actually, is this talented 21. You don't know whether she'll play at left fullback, left wing back in the formation with 3 centre-backs, or they will play her tucked in the middle. We'll wait and see on that one. Letizia could play left wing back. Well, all of those Brighton players need to be on their toes and at their very best. No goalkeeper in the league has made more saves in the history of the competition than Megan Walsh, over 500. She's been a busy keeper at Brighton and Yeovil, she was so beleaguered, former Notts County player before they went out of business. Everton, she was there for a while. And a big night for him. Jonas Eidevall has to get it right here tonight. Under a little bit of pressure now after the team's fall from grace. They started the season in magnificent form, but it was the humbling in the cup final against Chelsea which really upset them. They then went out to Barcelona in the Champions League, you remember, lost 4-0, were beaten at Hoffenheim 4-1, but carry on in the competition. They'll play Wolfsburg in the knockouts. Well, there's a woman who's given so much to the game over the years, Hope Powell. As a player, she won the cup twice, she played 80-odd games for England and managed England, of course, to the runners-up position in Euro 2009. Hope Powell, OBE. Well, the referee, Kirsty Dowie, blows the whistle, and the players of Arsenal and Brighton take the knee in the battle against racism. And Arsenal in the red and white will get us off and underway then, kicking from left to right in this Barclays FA Women's Super League match at Meadow Park. And an early field of the ball for Megan Walsh, looking for a 7th clean sheet this season in a 16th game, an ever-present, and she I would deem this the best clean sheet of them all. Goodness me, she nearly lost the chance to do that with a racy back pass. Had to rush into the clearance. It wasn't a good ball back. Brighton starting with 3 defenders in Kirkdijk, Victoria Williams and Emma Koolberg. Kirkdijk, the Dutch international. Victoria Williams, been around the game forever and a day, and Emma Koolberg, as I say, has done so well for Sweden of late. Kim Little to pressurise Megan Connolly, wearing 8 for Brighton, the Irish international. It'll be a busy night for Megan Walsh, I think. In the Irish squad a couple of times without making a debut. And a corner kick claimed by Kim Little. Over 250 games now at club level. A brilliant Scottish international. And the first corner of the game goes against Hope Powell's side. Taken short. There's Jordan Nobbs. Good to see Jordan getting a run of games now after her fitness problems. Little takes the cross into the penalty area and meet 'em up. Support from just outside the penalty area, Leah Valti. In turn, she can knock it back to Leah Williamson. Another good to see her back playing again. She was out from mid-November through to mid-January with a hamstring problem. And here she is, Williamson, alongside Lauren Veen-Reiter. And here's her first fill of the ball for Rafaela Sousa. It was mooted that she'd start at left back today, Rafaela Sousa, but she's in at centre half alongside Williamson. And Arsenal look to set Beth Mead away. The pace of the ball just too much. Another good season for Beth Mead, ever present. She set 2 up and scored in the Cup semi-final win against Brighton earlier this season. Vivian Miedemar scores against anyone and everyone. 16 in 25 games for club and country, though a little bit of a drought. She hasn't netted in 4 matches. There's Dan Carter trying to win it back for Brighton. Danielle Carter played over 150 games in her 11 years as an Arsenal player. Won the league twice, the Cup 3 times. Scored the winning goal in the final, I seem to remember, at Wembley. Bending the ball in from the left-hand side. It was a terrific goal. And here's Williamson. At the back for Brighton. No, they just can't get a foot on the ball and keep it, the visitors. Miedemar tries to run at Letizier. Good promising player is Maya Letizier, the Guernsey-born defender. She's only 19. Arsenal commanding possession. Miedemar tries to work it wide. It's blocked by Emma Koolberg. And back by Williams to Walsh, and again it's edgy. And they may rue that. 4 minutes gone, another corner kick. She's had to deal with 2 swift back passes, and she hasn't dealt with that one very well at all. Tried to push it away to the right-hand side to open up an angle to get it away right-footed. Took a chance. Tori Williams, vastly experienced. Here comes the corner kick. Free header, Miedemar off the line. Brighton get away with it. Miedemar so close to opening the scoring with just 4 minutes gone. Virtually a free header in the middle as well. A lovely corner in it was from the Arsenal left-hand side. Beth Mead can curl in a brilliant set piece. Now she finds Miedemar. And that's going to be another corner cleared away by Kirkdijk. It was Letizier who was back, who cleared it off the line. Made sure she blocked it. Little. Big booming ball again, looking for Miedemar, this time at the far post. Play back to Velti, dispossessed. Momentarily looked to bring it away with Eli Brazil, who's very quick across the ground. Former 800-metre England school champion. Raffaele. And now Moritz, who's started on the left-hand side. Jordan Nobbs managed to hold on to the ball. Velti. Little nearly got on the end of it. Out comes Walsh to deny Tobin Heath, who applauded the intention. Heath was to the left of the ball, nearly got there. Had a rotten time with injuries again. It's only her second league appearance since October. Scored against Manchester City. It will be especially sweet for her, from a Manchester United player from last season. Again, she had her injury problems there. It was a tough time for the US players coming in during the lockdown months and the COVID problems. Velti, Little's there available if she wants that, and Williamson. Wienreuter. She was signed, Wienreuter, from Hoffenheim after playing well against Arsenal in the Champions League, the Austrian international. Williams. And Brighton just settling down here. Here's Megan Connolly. Nobbs chasing after it, always a willing worker. Heath. And Moritz. Velti. Arsenal's players picked from all over the world now. Zinsberger, like Wienreuter, Austrian international. Williamson captained England earlier this season. And Raffaele was with Brazil at the Olympics, getting to the quarter-final. Easily collected by Victoria Williams. Looked to her goalkeeper, but that's been a little bit shaky, that route. Tobin Heath with a little bit of pressure. That's a throw to Brighton. Have a dreadful record against Arsenal. Arsenal have won all 6 of their WSL matches against them, keeping a clean sheet in each of their last 5. In fact, they've only got a better record against one opponent, that's Doncaster Rovers Bells. On this fixture last season with a couple of goals from Jordan Nobbs. Raffaele came short there and was bypassed. It's hoiked on. Almost started on the right-hand side for Brighton. Did very well in France in the World Cup finals of 2019. Zigiotiom. Missed out on the Olympics. That's a good switch of play. Here's Kagman. Looks for the 1-2. Can play on either side, Kagman, or through the middle in the forward line. Free kick here for Brighton in the 10th minute. Nessa Kagman, the Dutch international, will take it. She was part of their Olympic squad, but didn't get off the bench in qualifying. Done well in qualifying for the Euros this summer. And takes that free kick into the box. Here's Kuhlberg. Change of play to Kagman. Victoria Williams is wide on the left-hand side. Eventually a long way forward here. Williams. Comes off Kim Little. And under pressure from Dan Carter. She gets the ball out wide. And it's interesting in the opening 10 minutes to compare Brighton's attitude at Arsenal to West Ham's attitude at Chelsea last night. West Ham very conservative, didn't have a shot on target. Brighton have been on the front foot here. Megan Connolly has come here for a short corner, not taken. Inamar was there. They think it should be a corner kick. When they got a good case, it came off Miedemar's flank. A little touch on by Maya Letitia. Darty with the ball forward. Brighton are stretched. And they get the cross in here. Moritz. Little arriving, but the deflection took it away. Again, Brighton really playing themselves into trouble. Scrubbed away by Koivisto. Mead. Brazil is the player detailed to watch Mead when she can do, to double up with the left wing back, and at times Brighton are getting 10 players behind the ball, only leaving Dan Carter up. It should be comfortably dealt with, and is. Put away by Letitia. Versatile player, Maya Letitia. Centre-back, central midfield player. She's on the right there now, look. Everything was going right for the Arsenal coach at the start of the season. Started in sensational fashion, got that opening WSL win against Chelsea when the celebrations were very exuberant. Chelsea did take kindly to that, by the way. But against the Barcelonas and Chelsea in the cup final, they wilted. Scrambled through, despite losing in Hoffenheim 4-1 in the Champions League. They need to be back. Their top three go into it, of course, next season. Arsenal players moved on, by the way, today on loan to Tottenham. The Austrian player Victoria Schneiderbeck, who was injured last season, only played 6 times this. She's gone on loan. Jenny Blackstead has gone to Manchester City from Norwegian football, or she's a Norwegian international, I should say. The developments today. And a free kick for Brighton here, Diane Caldwell. Who's been out in America. She's gone to Manchester United, Irish international, Man United fan. And of course, the big development is that contracts will now include maternity pay, sickness pay, and compensation payments for players who have to end their career early through injury. 1 or 2 clubs have been doing that, but it hasn't been compulsory. It will now be after work between the WSL, the clubs, the FA and the PFA. Had to come, and it's a welcome change. Free kick for Brighton. Kagman will take it into the box, and Brighton lead. 17-1 outsiders to win here, and they're 1-0 up against the league leaders, and it's their first goal, Brighton and Hove Albion, in such a very long time. Their first goal in over 10 hours of football, and Hope Powerside are ahead. Sinsberger beaten. It was a lovely free kick in, Kagman took it. And the back header flew past the goalkeeper from Emma Koivisto, the Finnish international. Miedemar got caught under the ball, failed to judge it in the air. Zinsberger didn't cover herself with glory either. And Brighton are ahead. ...618 minutes without a goal. 600 and... no, it's more than that. It's 643 minutes. Sensational. And Chelsea across London will be licking their lips. But there's a long way to go in this. Just think the way they played against Chelsea and got that draw, buoyed Brighton, and the arrival of the new signings, Emma Kohlberg and Julia Zigiotti-Olma. Statement signings, those Olympic silver medalists. They've got a fantastic training facility. Tony Bloom has really invested, the chairman of Brighton, in the women's game. Multi-million-pound training centre for the women's side. This is a problem for them, though. Megan Connolly is down. Karen Cutter, stern figure. The former England coach. She was coached for a long, long time of the England senior team, 15 years. She backs the players up, working very closely with the leading administrators at the football club. And here's Little now, who could undo any defence. Again, Victoria Williams came to meet her. She's having a strong game at the back for Brighton. Under control. Olma. Goes to Letizia. Swept out by Rafaela Sosa. Carter. They're not sitting back on a 1-0 lead. Williamson brings it away. There's Laura Maritz. Arsenal have had the stuffing knocked out of them at the moment. They need to get some sort of rhythm going. That's 63% of the ball, Arsenal, in these opening 19 minutes. Here's Williamson. See how deep Miedemar's had to come. Making the run beyond. Wretchedly hit by injuries. Jordan Nobbs, she went out to the Canada World Cup unfit. She missed the French World Cup injured. And he's just really becoming a regular again, Jordan Nobbs. One of the most creative players in the history of the WSL. She's fifth in the scoring list for a start with 46 goals. She's approaching 100 wins. Only two players have won one more WSL games than Jordan Nobbs. She's created 271 chances. Only one player has created more, Karen Carney. There's Rafaela. I remember her from the Olympics. Williamson strokes the pass away. Vienreiter. They're not finding their rhythm, they're not finding their passes, Arsenal. for Brighton. Only has stayed down after that hefty collision. I think they're going to have to make a change. On her feet. Give her a chance just to walk off the injury, see if she's okay. Blood on the knee. She's only missed one game this season. She's important for them. She's a tough individual as well. She was the Munster under-18, or part of the team that won the Munster under-18 Gaelic Football Championship. She was pressurised by Williamson, went hurtling into that board. And she's been replaced. If there was any fear that she was concussed, she'd have to go off. And Aileen Whelan has come on in her place. Left out tonight, one of their two changes. Brighton since July 2017. She's not missed a game actually this season. And you know this part of London very well. She played not far down the road at Barnet, of course the home of Tottenham Hotspur women's football, but she's played over 100 games for Brighton now. And she'll welcome that news that there is maternity play to come now for WSL players. She's had to play and also cope with the demands of being a young mum. Has had a part-time job as well during her playing career as a play therapist. Marix was part of the team that got to the final of the FA Cup. Absolutely slaughtered at Wembley. Didn't turn up Arsenal, there's Little. Well, they haven't really turned up here either. Touched off there, good touch off it was. First touch in the game for Whelan, and they're under pressure and look a little bit straggly at the back, Arsenal. That's a foul. He was caught as she went to go away. A rudimentary trip by Brazil, cautioned I think for that. She can run all day, Brazil, as I was saying earlier. Middle distance runner, and she's detailed. She's got a good turn of pace as well. Detailed to watch Beth Mead as she tries to get away. Williamson. Arsenal worked that very quickly on Maritz. Get the cross in here through Tobin Heath. It bounced away off Victoria Williams. Decent move that by Arsenal, third corner of the game. Little, wonderful player she has been over the years. Again, another one who's been cruelly hit by injuries at crucial times. You can see that Kim Little last year was able to play in major international championships, 2 Olympics, World Cup in 2019 when Scotland were unfortunate, but she'd missed Euro 17 with a cruciate knee ligament injury. Too sure that Aileen Whelan will be perfect replacement in there for Conley. Has played many times in that position. He's very versatile. Can play right on the left or through the middle. Has done recently. "25 minutes have gone by and actually bypassed Arsenal on the way. Stuck in that midfield area has Kagman. Also done that well. Ball in towards the near post now. Mead's coming off the right-hand side. That's a lovely ball in. Having made the run, Beth Mead couldn't make any sort of contact, but Brighton were undone. Then initially, Arsenal played their way beyond Zigiotion in that midfield area. Got no sort of contact on it. Marked in there by Letitia. It's an Arsenal throw. 8 goals in 19 games for club and country. Beth Mead, she's taken a little bit of a knock there. Been in terrific form for England this season. 8 goals and 6 internationals for the Lionesses. Flying. She's running there with Letitia. Got a boot in the face. If Mead hits form of the European Championships in the summer on the right-hand side and Lauren Hemp on the left, then England will take some stopping. And she'll get back into it here. His free kick was blocked. Little is first to it. And still they trail to the goal by Emma Koivisto. Williamson now for Arsenal. They love to play out through Leah Williamson. Only one player in the history of the WSL has actually passed the ball more often than her, and that's the England captain Steph Houghton. You consider the age difference between the two. And Williamson will go on to be the most prodigious WSL passer of all time in the next few years, you would have thought. Just the way they play out through her. Challenge here between Wienreuter and Brighton's Emma Kuhlberg. Into the box by Miedema. Wienreuter's continued the run. That's a good challenge on her. And Brighton are really working hard for this. 1-0 up at the league leaders. This is the same sort of Brighton that went to Chelsea last spring and won, and ended that long 33-game unbeaten run at home for the current champions. Jordan Knox was a ferocious footballer in his day. Battle-hardened he was, that's for certain. Tobin Heath into the box. Jordan's dad, Keith, centre-back at Middlesbrough and Halifax and Hartlepool. Over 400 games. He once played in a game against Darlington for Hartlepool. Had 6 teeth knocked out. Treatment. Substituted? No, not in your life. Wiped the blood off and carried on playing. Proper old centre half. Half an hour played here. Arsenal will certainly need to stiffen their resolve if they're going to stay at the top of the WSL. FA Cup tie against London City Lionesses at the weekend, then a game against Manchester United, who are currently 3rd in the table, and Chelsea away. So the next couple of weeks will go a long way to determining the success or failure of their season. Koivisto, the goal scorer, with the pressure there. And Kagman's first to it. cross into the middle. And met in there, the header's over by Ali Brazil. And wide it went, I should say. How crucial now, looking back to the clearance off the line by Letitia to deny Miedemar. There's Rafael Sosa. And the many players from South America who went to the American collegiate system to improve their football. Little, now looks for Meads. Offside. She wants to know how. Went in tight there, then started a run. She's a foot and a half offside. Just went too early. No VAR in WSL matches, of course. There has been a call for it, but the resources aren't there yet. Need to get more players in the ground, or supporters in the ground, I should say. It is a growing sport, though, as we know. Now Heath into Moritz. As Fistful, that takes the throw to Jordan Nobbs, who wins another. 32 minutes gone. No change there under the defender for Miedemar. Kurt Dyke and Victoria Williams and Emma Kohlberg have done really well at the back. Miedemar can open things up here now. To Wienreuter and Williamson. Got a player down, the referee has checked. There we go though. And eventually Arsenal put it out sportingly through Tobin Heath. And Koivisto it is, the goal scorer. Well, she felt the effect of that. Misjudged the header, called it on the temple, I think. It was her goal that separates the sides. Kagman with the delivery. And the back header went beyond Zinsberger, who mistimed the jump. One of the taller keepers in the game, Zinsberger at 5'10". 12 goals now she's conceded in the last 6 games. On the bench today, the substitute goalkeeper is young Hermione Cole. She's 17, she's only been on the bench once before. Their regular backup keeper is away at the Asian Cup, of course. Lydia Williams. England fans thought that Hope Powell was badly treated by the FA when she lost her job in charge of the national side. They just had a very poor European Championships. She was in charge of Team GB at the Olympics as well in London. If she's had any head injury, she won't be able to continue if it's a concussion injury. Next to me, so she's coming back on. Now here's Rafaela. Should be a good signing for Arsenal. She's very experienced, she's in her 30s now, but she's hardly played any football. This is only her second appearance since Brazil went out at the Olympics against Canada back in July. There she is. Heath. Well matched. Rick. goes by young Letizia. You could hear Hope Power saying, "Well done, Maya, well done, Maya." I think very highly of the Guernsey teenager. It's a foul by Danielle Carter. Certainly can't complain about a lack of resources. Sina Blackstenius, of course, has just joined the club as well from the Harken club in Sweden, a prolific goal scorer for her country. He played a little while for Arsenal thus far, 20 minutes or so in the League Cup game against Manchester United when they went out the Continental Cup quarter-final. A disappointment for them now. This is promising now. Into Little, she fouled on the edge of the penalty area. Well, she went down in pain. Eileen Whelan just left her foot in, I think, caught her. Powerful run initially by Maritz. He's been one of Arsenal's most threatening players. Arsenal behind to Brighton, who've lost more WSL games against the Gunners than they have against any other side in the competition. 6 games, 6 defeats, 1 goal scored before tonight, 23 conceded. It's all changed around. How significant is this moment, though? Nobbs fancies it, so does Heath. She's too far to the right. It'll be Jordan Nobbs or Miedemar. And it is Jordan Nobbs to try and float it. That's poor. Straight at Megan Walsh. First save she's made, and she only had to step across to make it. Save 505 in the WSL for the Brighton keeper. Just to put this into context, Arsenal have won 8 of their last 9 WSL home matches, including all 5 this season. 8 clean sheets across those 9 games before today. Brighton's goal, the first they've conceded here since the opening weekend against Chelsea. Tapped well by Brighton, touch off by Juliet Zikiotiol. Accomplished first 38 minutes by her side. Some pace there. Impossible for them to control it. Got a full coaching licence, pro licence when she was very young. Hope Powell. First woman to get a UEFA pro licence, 2003 it was. I think 27 at the time, something like that, 37. 37 she was. She played for Millwall and the Friends of Fulham and Bromley Borough Croydon. She played for England on 86 occasions. And all this from a young girl who was banned for playing for a school when she was 11. Couldn't play with the boys, not allowed to. So she joined Millwall and took up a career as a professional footballer. Crazy ban. Five minutes to go. Drake away to Letizia. Sliced clearance by the Netherlands defender. Be a little bit more composed there. Tobin Heath on the fringes of the game. Rafaela Souza. Now Williamson. used to yet another centre-back partner at Arsenal. There have been too many changes at centre-back. Yes, injuries and COVID haven't helped, but there have been too many changes, I think. Here's Rafaela. Knobs. He's gone to that left-hand side, flashes the cross, he nearly went all the way through. It took him little. Right, scramble it away. Williamson, for first touch, into Miedemar. Held on to it. By Victoria Williams. No way through for Arsenal. Comes back here to Weinreiter. Good work again, defending by Eli Brazil. They have worked their socks off in this first half, Brighton. Weinreiter, home debut for her. All the way back here to Rafaela. Knobs. Again, Brighton shuffle across, plug the gaps. All 11 behind the ball. All the way through, that's a strong challenge in there by Kohlberg. The referee had a look and wave play on. Kirsty Dowie, the referee. Rafaela. Too much pace on the pass to Tobin Heath. I thought that was offside against Mead. It was a decent touch in the middle by Kohlberg. She was the one that appealed for offside initially. It was an important touch away. Foot left in there. It should have been a free kick. Referee playing on. And Arsenal gained no advantage. I thought it was a foul, I have to admit, on Leah Valti. What a good signing she's been for Arsenal, by the way. And a concern for the manager of Arsenal, who came in this summer, had been at Rosengard, did well there. Williamson nearly caught in possession by Danielle Carter. If Arsenal are to keep Miedemar, they need to be winning titles on a more regular basis, winning competitions. It's increasingly likely that she will move on at the end of her contract in the summer. Lyon have been admirers for a long, long time as they try to regain their authority over French football. Spanish football, of course, is growing and blossoming, and I would take Spain at the moment to be favourites for the European Championship, European Champions League holders, Barcelona. When you think she's had one save to make. This is a team, Brighton, that come here on the back of a wretched run without a win in 7. 1 point in that time. A League Cup hammering at West Ham away. Lost at London City Lionesses in the same Continental Cup competition did Pal side. Here's Knobs. Going the way around Giulia Sigliotti. Of stoppage time. Rafaela Sousa, Bahia in Brazil. Good pressure by Brighton. A forlorn chase for Danielle Carter. Lonesome job for her up front today. Game off Brazil. Williamson. Went at a foot at pace, he did well to control it, but then gave it away. Tell you what, Victoria Williams has used all her experience today, stepped out at times, filled a gap. You can see there, look, the Brighton formation. 4 behind Danielle Carter, strung out. 5-4-1. Williamson, no way through for Arsenal. Might be now. No, too much pace on the ball.
Ice cream.
Will they have to look to Nikita Paris in the second half to come on and influence the game? Something of a frustrating return to English football for the player who came back from Lyon in the summer. Thought to be an Arsenal record signing. 4 goals for her, done since November. Next goal will be a milestone for her. It would be her 50th in the WSL. Jordan Nobbs is also on 50. Arsenal have 4 players in the WSL all-time top 8 goal scorers, 5 in the top 7 players who've scored the most goals and had assists as well to match. Niedermar's top of that, unsurprisingly. Record WSL goal scorer, she has 67, the Dutch superstar. But it's Arsenal who are perplexed at half-time. The goal from Koivista has left Eidevel's side with problems to solve. And at half-time they are behind here at Boreham Wood, and they have no rhythm, and they're trailing worryingly for the league leaders by 1-0.